2026 Major League Volleyball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Greetings from downtown Omaha, Kiewit Court, the CHI Health Center, the final home match of the season for the Omaha Supernovas. Match number 14 right here. It's been a roller coaster year for the Supernovas. 4-9 at home. At one point they won 5 in a row. At another they lost 6 in a row. They've changed head coaches. But with all that variety, some things don't change. A win tonight, and the Supernovas are back in the playoffs. 2 straight sweeps, and now a 3rd win in a row, and the Supernovas back where they belong in the MLB playoffs. Let's head inside. And while we're doing that, let's listen to 2 former Husker opposites, both first-team All-Americans. My colleague, Nancy Metcalf, is with Merritt Beeson.
Merritt, welcome back to Omaha.
Thank you.
Congrats on the last 2 matches. You guys have played so well, and you personally have had really good play the last couple of matches. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, I think having Thomas as our head coach has just been really fun and really freeing for a lot of us. I think also we're doing a really good job of taking care of our side of the net. I think that's been something that's kind of been up and down for us this year. But I feel like the last 2 matches we've just really done well defensively and made sure that we were taking care of the little things. And we like to call it just playing Supernovas volleyball and making sure we're taking care of our side of the net.
How do you also attribute your success? Brooke Mosier has been setting for you guys. You've trained a lot with her, I would assume, in the practice gym. How do you feel like your connection is with her?
Yeah, like you said, we've been together a lot over on the B side, but we have been just getting a lot of extra reps. I think also she's a really special player. Her and Sydney both are really good with player feedback, and obviously that's huge to have in a setter. And so we've obviously spent a lot of time together, and I think you're able to see that now.
Thank you, Merritt. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
This is the CHI Health Center concourse. This is where it all happens. We're inside the Lawler's Supernovas swag shop. You wear Supernovas swag, your social life doubles. You head to the mall wearing this alone, not for long. But hey, we can't watch this match and get started with this match without a visit with the brand new head coach. Thomas Robson, he is 2-2. Having won their last 2, both of them 3-set sweeps. Here's Nancy with the brand new head coach.
Welcome back to Omaha, Coach. Congratulations on the last 2 wins. What do you think how is your team feeling right now? What are the wins attributed to?
Yeah, I think a level of freeness that we've kind of been playing with, along with we've kind of transitioned our mindset a little bit into more blocks and digs focus. The offense is going to get there, and when we're playing free and having that kind of defensive grit and effort, the offense translates. And we saw that in the last 2 matches, so hopefully we can carry that over one more here.
How do you feel like the team's mindset is coming into tonight? We know this is kind of a big match for Omaha, for the future of the team for this season. How do you feel like their mindset is coming into tonight?
I think not putting too much pressure on everything that's going on. Yes, it's a win and you clinch, but if you don't win, there's still potential to get yourself into the playoffs. So kind of allowing ourselves that grace when we play, and that like you don't need to panic or tense up over 1 or 2 points. It's going to be the combination who plays a cleaner match as a whole, and so I think we're feeling good. So if we can play how we've been training, I think we'll be in a good position.
Well, good luck tonight and happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Coach Robson and the Supernovas take on the Columbus Fury tonight with an MLB playoff berth in the balance. For Columbus, a chance to be a spoiler on Fan Appreciation Night at CHI. Sarah Parsons, Merritt Beeson, and the Novas take on the Fury when we come right back.
If you love live sports, you'll love News Channel Nebraska. Live sports from every region of the state. Football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, soccer, bowling, and even 6-man football. If Nebraska kids play it, we air it. Small town high schools with big hometown pride. Support local kids, support local schools, support Nebraska. Watch NCN Sports every week.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Starla is ready, and so are more than 10,000 fans welcoming Omaha back home after back-to-back road sweeps at Orlando and then at Atlanta. Columbus is in town, a win tonight, and Omaha claims the 4th spot, guaranteed in the upcoming playoffs. 3 straight years in pro volleyball, 3 straight postseasons for Omaha, trying to hold off Grand Rapids and Orlando. Well, hello again, folks. I'm John Baylor with the Olympian Nancy Metcalf. Look, those 2 sweeps, Orlando and Atlanta, the Supernovas hit a big number offensively. The last match hitting 413, the first time in Supernova history they've hit over 400. What's been a key difference?
I think the key difference is Brooke Mosier running the offense as the setter. She comes in and she runs a faster tempo ball. She sets a lot quicker balls to the outside, and that allows their hitters to have a different look when they're attacking at the net.
How much faster is this offense with Brooke at the controls?
Well, I think it's just a different feel to it. Brooke Mosier and Sydney Hiller are both fantastic setters, but Brooke puts a quicker tempo on the ball, and that translates into points a lot of times because their hitters can find seams in the block that aren't there when the block has more time to get there.
These 2 teams have played 3 times this year, and Omaha's won twice. One of those losses was here at home against Columbus, and Supernovas this year at home, 4-9. Brooke Nunaviller on the outside with Sarah Parsons. Brooke Mosier is your setter. Kara Reinhardt and Janice Leao are your middles. Merritt Beeson's been red hot, the former Husker, on the opposite, and Elena Ogilvie, the former Stanford Cardinal, leading the way at libero. How about for the visiting Fury? 5 wins this year. They'll play spoiler tonight. Jalen Hodge will be the opposite. Ryan White, substitute libero. Their top libero is out tonight. Ryan White, the former KU Jayhawk. Rachel Gomez in the middle, along with Reagan Pittman Nelson, the former great Minnesota Golden Gopher. Raina Terry is going to get a ton of swings, along with Megan Lush on the outside. Audrey Pack, the former Bruin from UCLA, is the setter. Visiting coach, Angel Perez. This year, they have 5 wins. They've lost 19. He's got 22 and 54 is his career mark in his 3rd season at Columbus. Finished last a year ago. They're in last place right now, in 8th place, and he finished in 5th the first year for the Columbus Fury. And the head coach in his 5th match as the interim, Thomas Robson. It's his 26th birthday, Nancy, and they are playing well for a brand new helmsman.
They are playing well. I think there was a bit of a transition period with his first couple matches taking over where he and the team were both kind of feeling each other out for now you're in a different role. How is this going to go? But they seem to have settled into a pretty good rhythm. Coach Robson said one of his focuses is trying to give the players what they need to be comfortable. And if that means he jokes around with them, he will be willing to joke around. If that means he plays tough with them, he can be tough. But he has really seemed to spark a new breath of fresh air on this Omaha Supernovas team.
Megan Lush serves. Nice pass, Sarah Parsons. Quick attack, Kara Reinhardt. Not down. There's Raina Terry. And she's going to reign of 10 this season for Columbus. 3rd most kills in the entire league. They call that one just right. It is. And it's 1-0 Omaha.
And Raina Terry and Megan Lush are both dominant outside hitters for Columbus. They've done a great job, but they're carrying a lot of the load this year, so expect to see Columbus going to their outsides a lot.
It's a great pass by Ryan White. Block back. Shot by Hodge, and she blasted off the digging out. We're tied at 1. Pull up a chair. Spend the evening with the Supernovas. So a new libero tonight for Columbus, and Ryan White. Beautiful pass to start things. She's on the bench now as the middle is going to serve. Bad pass by Ogilvie. Brooke Nunaviller's first swing. She's been hot of late. Raina Terry, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Great up from Ogilvie. Tip shot, Merritt Beeson. Here come the Fury. Parsons, great dig in transition. Reinhardt, not pretty, but it works. 2-1.
And sometimes what's not pretty works the best, but Reinhardt working really hard in transition there just to get up and be available. Omaha has focused a lot more as of late on the block and defense, covering your attackers, getting a second chance ball, continuing to play through these long rallies. And you can see it here where Kiara Reinhardt gets up at the end of a rally to get the kill.
Creighton Blue Jay line drives it. Beautiful pass by Lush. Quick attack. Reagan Pittman Nelson. Not this time. Merritt Beeson second swing. Cross court. Just wide. Tied at 2.
And Merritt Beeson trying to continue working the ball around the court here. She doesn't want to keep hitting the same shot. So look for her to hit line, then go cross court to angle and keep working Columbus back and forth.
Jalen Hobbs, the Arizona Wildcat. Miller pulls her set off, gets it back. Brooke to Brooke, block back. Reagan Pittman Nelson, best blocker in the league, and she's doing a jig 3-2. First lead for Columbus.
And Pittman Nelson there having fun with it. She's going to get her team just to have fun and relax, and a lot of times playing more relaxed can lead to playing more free and better success.
Averages almost 1 block a set. It's a big number because they tabulate blocks differently at this level.
They do. In college, it's kind of a group effort, and if both players go up with it, they usually give part of the block to each player. In the professional leagues, it just goes to the player who touches it, so it's a lot harder to get those blocking statistics.
10 service aces this year from Merritt Beeson. Line drives it, twinkles the twine. Nice up by Reagan Pittman Nelson. There's Raina Terry's first kill. She's going to get a lot of action. That right shoulder for Raina Terry is going to need some ice after tonight.
Yes, both Raina Terry and Megan Lush are both going to get a lot of action on the outside. You're going to see Columbus go to them a lot, looking for them to carry a big offensive load. But they both have done it their entire season, so they are more than up to the challenge.
Nice force to the middle. Leao gets blocked back and pushes it across. Lush gets blocked, not down. Audrey Pack sets the middle back. Raina Terry, kaboom! 5-3 Columbus.
Raina Terry coming out of the back row. They're turning it crossbody back to the right backside for Omaha. We see it here. She sees the double block, cuts it inside around them. That's a very sharp angle and difficult to dig.
One of just 3 MLVers this year with more than 4 kills per set. Overpass. Brooke Nunavilla, Reagan Pittman Nelson, 6-3 Columbus. Remember, this is the last place team in the MLB, up 6-3 in the first.
They are the last place team, but I think there's so much parity in this league that on any given night, teams can play well. So for Omaha especially, because this match is so important, they have to treat every point as important.
And the 2 starting outsides battle to decide who handles that lollipop serve, and a shank results in an ace and a 7-3 lead for Columbus after 4 consecutive Fury points. Timeout by Thomas Robson. You don't see that. These 2 veterans, Brooke Nunaville or Sarah Parsons, can't decide who gets to handle that pass.
That does not happen very often. Being veterans means they've been in these situations a lot, and they're used to having to communicate through them. But it does happen sometimes, so Coach Robson just trying to slow it down, stop the momentum right now for Columbus, give Omaha a minute to catch their breath, and then come back out and get the side out.
That's your Liberty First Credit Union scoreboard. Bad news thus far for Supernova fans. 7-3 Columbus on a quick Thomas Robson timeout. Do you agree with that timeout?
I think at this point in the match, it's a good timeout to take, just to let the team kind of reset, get back out there, and go back to work.
The fans chose the jerseys. It was either going to be blue or pink. I like the pink. There's a lot going on with those pink tops.
I do like the pink as well. My daughters both like pink and purple, so these are some of their favorite jerseys.
Nearly another ace. Great pass by Parsons. Merritt Beeson, though, gets stuffed. Reagan Pittman Nelson already 2 blocks, and it's 8-3, 5 in a row for Columbus.
And Pittman Nelson is one of the best blockers in the country because she takes up a lot of space wherever she is blocking. She's getting over, taking away court. So for Merritt Beeson, when she's getting a ball like that, it's just kind of a pinball up, popped up. She's trying to get it over the net. She's going to have to go higher and deep to corners because that big block of Pittman Nelson will be waiting for her.
The second Columbus service error, 8-4 Fury. Looking another from the Oregon Duck. Perfect pass by Ryan White, and it results in a put away by Audrey Pack. 9-4 Columbus. Ryan White looks like the starting libero every match, not just tonight.
She is having a great start to this match. She's passing well. She's communicating well with her team and playing good defense. So Columbus needs her to keep that up for the rest of the night.
Sarah Parsons blocked out of bounds. Great decision. Let that one land. 9-5 Columbus. Ryan White during introductions heard someone from the crowd as the dark descended here in the arena yell, "We love you, Ryan." That's nice when someone in the crowd recognizes there's a moment of silence so you can sneak that message in. Janice Leao, great middle for Omaha. Rainateri stuff. Who got that one? Sarah Parsons. First block for the Novas. It's 9-6 Columbus.
Sarah Parsons, give her credit for the block. We can see it here again, but watch all three blockers for Omaha staying in, realizing Rainateri is one of the main threats right now for Columbus, so they have to acknowledge that and stay in and be ready to help block.
5-point advantage dwindles to 3 for Columbus, and Leao then sends a favor across way long, 10-6 Fury. Leao has been a catalyst offensively. He's a great blocker.
Serving number 11, Audrey.
There's really been no settled starting lineup all year for Omaha. It's a long season. We're 4 months in now.
It is a long season, and there are injuries that kind of pop up throughout the season because of how long it is and how many games they play.
Merritt Beeson misses her second attack. 11-6 Columbus.
With Layla Blackwell going down with an injury in their last match against Orlando, Janice Leao has stepped up. They brought back in Elise Getzinger to help give them some depth at middle blocker. But they're going to keep working around and giving different players a look just to see what the team needs at each moment.
The donut was open. Sarah Parsons' first kill. Merritt Beeson already 2 errors attacking. That's more than she had the entire prior match when she hit better than 400.
Merritt had a great match the last night out. But sometimes when you're trying so hard to be perfect, it's easier to miss. So she just needs to settle in and play well. She'll be just fine.
Sarah Parsons has 2 blocks, as does Reagan Pittman Nelson for Columbus. A block Mardi Gras tonight. 11-8 Columbus.
And Parsons there doing a great job getting out to her spot and holding her ground, not swinging her arms and reaching around.
Big pass by Rainateri. Maybe a little high joust. They would say a back row block by a back row setter. Megan Lush talking things over with the chair official. What do you think about that call?
The top official is very adamant, talking to Megan Lush, saying no, that ball was in the plane of the net, which means part of the ball has crossed the vertical plane of the net. And if it crosses the net, it's legal to play for either side. But because Audrey Pack is back row, she can't play the ball in the plane of the net. So it's a violation against Columbus if this video replay shows that.
We're going to replay this, and I think the question might be, was Audrey... the question is it a reach over?
So Columbus is challenging the ball did not get to the plane of the net, in which case it would be a reach over by Omaha's block. The original call was the ball is in the plane of the net. A back row player cannot touch it, which was a back row violation.
When you're serving and you're a front row player, do you have to think through, okay, where is the setter? Is she a back row or front row? Because if you get an overpass, you just want to slam it at her, and then she's a back row blocker.
That's something that as a team you should constantly be communicating. When you're in the front row, you're communicating with your other front row players. A, is the setter front row or not? And then B, who takes her in each situation? If the setter's front row and you have 2 attackers, one of those attackers is probably going behind the setter, so the setter becomes the middle blocker's responsibility. Here we can see it again. I think that's in the plane of the net. I think that's a legal contact by the Omaha team, and it's a back row contact by Audrey Pack.
Absolutely correct, Nancy.
They agreed with me. Woo! 1 for 1.
Should be a surgeon. You are assessing the issue perfectly.
I mean, it helps a lot more from our angle where you can see the slow motion pause the video. It's a lot more difficult for the referee who has to see it live play action.
Instant replay is helpful. Audrey Pack feeds left. She gets blocked. Supernovas have 3 blocks already. It's 11-10 Columbus.
Omaha is starting off very good on their blocking moves right now. They're getting over the net. They're holding their place. They're not swinging or drifting side to side. That pays dividends in blocking numbers, as we can see already.
Merritt Beeson with a big block, and her last 2 matches have been big offensively. The Gardendale, Alabama, and the former Husker, 14 kills, 1 error, and 29 swings at Atlanta in the last match. She had 448 in the last 2 matches, 23 kills, 31 points. She had 5 blocks, 3 aces. She had 360 on 50 swings in the last 2 matches. Those are big, big numbers, and that's why she's taken over for the moment at the opposite starting slot.
Those are huge numbers, especially for a pin hitter, either an outside like Parsons and Nunaville or an opposite like Beeson, because they're not only getting good speed in system sets, they're also given the junk balls when there's no one else the team can set, and it's a high ball, it's maybe coming from a weird angle, and they still have to do something with it. So to have that high of numbers is a really good successful night for Merritt Beeson.
Another great pass by Columbus. Great dig by Ogilvy. Nunaville wants her first kill. I don't think that scaled the net. Either way, it lands on the shoot tops Omaha's side. 12-10 Columbus. It was Nunaville's hot night the other evening, coupled with Merritt Beeson. These are two players that Omaha coming into the season felt they could count on offensively. They have been up and down. But late up. Sarah Parsons blasts one. 12-11, quick side out.
Sarah Parsons tonight has come out really aggressively. I like the attitude she's carrying out there. She's fired up. She's getting her teammates into her fire. I love the way she's ready to carry this team. 2016
Big Ten Player of the Year as a Minnesota Golden Gopher. Bad pass, Terry gets it back. Here comes the Novas, a great chance to Titus Merritt Beeson. She does! A dozen each.
That's a really smart shot by Merritt Beeson. Elena Ogilvy has a bump set to Merritt. It's a high ball. The block is high. They're ready and waiting, and Merritt just throws it down between the block. You can see Audrey Pack came across to play that ball and still was unable to get it up.
Third service error for Omaha. Unable to reclaim the lead. They enjoyed last at 2-1. You mentioned Ogilvy right there, the blue top, the libero. She seems to really have organized the passing game, the offense, the entire structure of the approach for Omaha on her side of the net. Nice pass right there by Elena. And it results in a quick attack behind the setter, Kiara Reinhart. We're tied at 13.
I agree with you. I think Elena Ogilvy is a really stabilizing force for Omaha. She has a very calming persona about her, so she's keeping the team focused and on track. She's not getting too worried about one point or another, but she makes so many great defensive plays, and she passes so well for them that she's able to keep the team focused and not having to worry about things that might get past the block or cover balls. She's there.
A fourth service error by Omaha. 14-13 Columbus. You have to serve tough at this level because the passing is exquisite, and if you just lollipop it, it's going to come back at you fast.
Yes, serving too easy, especially at this level, it will hurt your team because not only are you probably giving the other team a point, on a good pass, a really good team will side out a high percentage of the time, but you're also giving the other team momentum. So serving tough is really important, but it's such a fine line because it's so close to making errors if you're serving flat and low and deep in the court.
Boy, a lot of these Nova points have been tips. Brooke Nunaviller gets her first kill. Here's Merritt Beeson. Pass by the middle. Pittman Nelson. And another. Omaha blocked their fourth of the night. Brooke Mosher gets her first Omaha lead since 2-1, 15-14.
And Omaha is looking really good at the net right now, blocking. They're getting over the net. They're taking space. Brooke Mosher there is probably one of the shortest players on the court other than Ogilvy, and she is overtaking space away on that block.
6 feet tall. Mosher with the block. 4 blocks. There's Cash Williams, former Penn State star. She's got a whip arm. Tied at 15.
Survey number 16, Raina Terry.
Cash Williams, 4th year pro. Last year was 2022 for the Lions. Penn State. There's Raina Terry. Played for 5 years at Illinois. 5 years. COVID. Brooke Mosher is a right-hander. How does she do that with her off arm?
I mean, I am completely stunned, but she has found a way to attack with her left arm and make it potent. Right now we're at 16-15. We'll be back after this.
If you love live sports, you'll love News Channel Nebraska. Live sports from every region of the state. Football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, soccer, bowling, and even six-man football. If Nebraska kids play it, we air it. Small town high schools with big hometown pride. Support local kids, support local schools, support Nebraska. Watch NCN Sports every week.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
This is major.
Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing. This is where the game gets real.
More than 10,000 anticipated would show up here tonight, and it's pretty well full here at CHI. Overpasser Sarah Parsons. She's got 2 kills, 2 blocks, 17-15. First 2-point lead for Omaha.
That's a nice way to come out of that timeout. Brooke Dunneviller comes out, serves a tough ball, gets the overpass. Parsons makes him pay.
And another poor pass. There's Megan Lush down the line. Just wide. Let's see this one on replay. Must have been just wide.
Columbus was already celebrating. They were very confused when it got called out.
Yeah, that looks in.
It did look really close.
Megan Lush will try again. Off the block. Point for the former Penn State star in Columbus. It's 18-16 Omaha. Yeah, Megan Lush talking things over the chair official for about the 3rd time in this first set, and now they're going to get a yellow card. Columbus is going to get a yellow card for all the conversations.
I'm not quite sure what she's conversing about because the in-out call is computerized. It's all technology, so there's nothing to argue. So for her to go over and be arguing that a play later seems a little bit pointless. So I'm not sure what she's trying to get across to that top referee.
They did not show the replay in the arena, so we were unable to bring it to you here on the News Channel Nebraska. It's surprising because it looked like it hit the line.
It did, but she didn't hit that ball very, very hard, so there wouldn't have been a lot of flattening of it, so it's possible it was above the line but not actually touching it. The harder hit balls smash into the floor a little bit more and can flatten out and take more space.
Brianna Ford checks in, jump server, good pass, tip shot by Beach. The tips are working tonight. Why is that? Are the back row defenders back too far?
Usually that's the case. The back row defenders are trying to get back, especially with a quicker tempo setter like Brooke Mosher. The play develops so quickly that the defenders are scrambling to get back, and that makes their momentum going away from the ball. And so if a tip comes, they have to change directions and go forward, which is really difficult. That was one thing Coach Robson said they've been working on, is that trying to mix in more tips with their offensive game, so it's not just the same speed of ball coming at the defense every time.
And that's a new shot from Merritt Beeson. It's a throw from the back line, from the 3-meter line. Here's Nora Sistebrock from the Creighton Star, playing La Vista High School. Wow, Megan Lush taking it out on the volleyball.
I think Megan Lush has a little bit of frustration with that lack of a call a couple plays back, and she's out for vengeance now.
Played on the national team, 2 national championships at Penn State. That was a string of 6 titles in 8 years for Penn State. And actually, if you add in Nebraska's 3 championships between 05 and 17, Nebraska and Penn State together, 9 national titles in 13 years. You can see why the other programs, the other volleyball schools did not like Nebraska and Penn State for 13 years. Shot by Hodge, blocked back, great cover. And here comes a free ball from Ryan White, the KU Jayhawk. Here come the Novas. Beauty! Brooke Mosher fooled everybody.
I like 2 things about that play in transition. I like Elena Ogilvie calling it off and saying, I've got this. And then Brooke Mosher staying offensively available and making herself a threat. I love that because it forces Columbus to continue thinking about her and not just focus on the attackers.
The center, Brooke Mosher, 2 kills already. We're not done with the first set. Parsons, great dig. Audrey sets up Hodge. Here come the Novas again. Sarah Parsons. long, and we're going to get a video replay review request. Thomas Robinson immediately goes over to his tablet and indicates he wants a replay. In the old days, you could hold up a green card or some sort of card, or you just ask for it, but now you got to go over to some device. You got to punch something in.
Yes, they have all their little buttons, and I believe they have to not only punch in that they want the challenge, but what they're specifically challenging as well. But every player in Omaha, as soon as that ball crossed the net, they were all signaling touch. So as a coach, I think Thomas Robson is trying to not only obviously win the point, but he's also trying to show his team, I trust you and I believe in you. So if you guys tell me there's a touch, I will use my challenge to try to win that point back.
Yeah, one challenge per set, and if it works, you get another one that set. But if you're unsuccessful with the challenge, you don't have another challenge the rest of the set. It's 20-18 for the moment. If this gets reversed, 21-17. We're almost done with the sets. This is the time to use it. 22 cameras. There's an illustration of the investment MLB has.
Good call. You can see the middle finger here clearly moving with the ball.
You just want integrity in the call of the game, and 22 cameras is not cheap. But what you do is you get integrity in the calls.
That's right. It makes the calls correct the majority of the time, which is what, as players, as officials, as staff, everybody wants. They want the calls to be consistent and right. So there's no ego here or no pride. It's just we're trying to do this right.
Brooke Mosher played for Pittsburgh last year after 4 years at Illinois. Played with Rand Perry. Abby Walker just checked in, got a swing block back covered. Now, Barrett Beeson, a big slug. Here come the Fury. Hodge delivers. Just a 3-point ball game. Not over yet here in the first.
It's a nice transition play on both sides of the net there. Columbus digging Merritt Beeson and getting a quick transition play right out to Jalen Hodge, who takes a really good swing. She's playing opposite, but she also has played some outside. So she has the experience swinging on the left side pin as well.
One hand set, whistle, net violation against the setter. 2-point ball game.
Net violation.
It was a tight pass from Sarah Parsons.
And it was so close. It was just a tiny, tiny net touch, but nobody's arguing it. Brooke Mosher said, I know I got it.
Megan Courtney Lush serves. Sarah Parsons out of system swing, unable to get the kill, and here comes a free ball. Up by 2. Not a great first contact on the free ball. Parsons still pounds away off the block and out.
I love to see swings like that from Sarah Parsons. She takes such smart swings offensively, going high off the block. She went sharp cross court the ball before that. This one she goes high off the block of Abby Walker in the middle, hitting just really smart shots and making the defense have to work.
Parsons, the MLB Player of the Week, the first week of the year. That was a day or two ago. There's Jalen Hodge. Jalen Hodge again makes it just a 2-point difference.
Substitution back into the match, number 21, Pittman Nelson.
Got the best blocker in the league. Reagan Pittman Nelson just checks in, and she has 2 blocks already. Here's Abby Walker, just came in to play middle, and she's got near ace. Great rescue by Brooke Nunaviller. Fury back set. Jalen Hodge blocked. Nunaviller kept it alive. Kira Reinhardt gets the block. It's 23-20 Omaha.
Such a great hustle play by Brooke Nunaviller to save that ace on serve receive. But to get back up, she comes back with the blocking move. Here we see the save again. Such a great hustle play. And she comes back to get the block on the transition play.
Nunaviller's played libero in the national team program. Megan Lush for Columbus is playing libero in the national team program. These are great floor defenders. We got a timeout by Columbus here. Brand new head coach Thomas Robson, 26 years young today. He's a former volunteer graduate assistant at Wisconsin. Between assistant head coaching opportunities when he was actually paid at his alma mater, Viterbo University in Wisconsin. And it's an NAI school in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And Kelly Sheffield was his head coach, obviously, at Wisconsin when he got the job here a few weeks ago. Kelly asked him, when you were the volunteer assistant at Wisconsin, do you anticipate being a pro head coach by age 26?
And Thomas's response was, no, I never even thought it would happen. But it is really cool to see how he has stepped into that role. He will be coming back next year as an assistant again. They'll start the search for a head coach. They just asked him to fill this role right now for the rest of the season. but he has such good camaraderie with these players. He connects really well with them. He can sense what they need. If it's, I need you to be tough with me, I need you to joke with me and loosen me up. And he just has a really good relationship with him, and I think it's translated into how free and confident this team is playing the last few matches.
Big moment here. Merritt Beeson for the kill. Not yet. 2 to go for the set. Parsons, kaboom! That's volleyball.
That is good volleyball. And the play right before that in that transition, Merritt Beeson got set. She hits it high off the block to give another chance to the team. Omaha covers her, and they transition out of that to get the kill for Parsons. All of these plays are such good plays that Omaha has been focusing on making more of these types of plays.
And Sydney Hilly touched that. That should have been a back row touch. I don't think. Oh, yeah, okay. They reversed it. It was a back row touch, but you cannot ask for a replay. You cannot ask for a replay on a back row, a digger touching the volleyball. So
Yeah.
that was just a change of opinion by the chair official.
Well, and I don't think she originally saw it. The down official actually signaled to her there was a touch. Omaha's team was ready to run off across the court because they thought the set was over. But you're right, there are some little details about the challenge rules in the professional level. A defensive player touching the ball in that back court is not challengeable.
That was Sydney Hilly. She definitely touched it. So good reversal. Back row tip shot by Parsons. No. Raina Terry, a bit quiet and still stifled. Janice Leao, a big block to claim the first set. Omaha up 1-0 on a night. A win sends them to the MLB postseason for the 3rd straight year. Set 2 next.
Elections are right around the corner. If you want to make sure your voice is heard, it's more important than ever to know when, where, and how to vote. That's why AARP has the latest information on key voting deadlines, how to register, and where to vote. Stay informed so you can make your voice heard in the upcoming election. Log on to learn more.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands will be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
It's time to focus on your reproductive health. Family Health Services provides non-judgmental, confidential, and affordable care. We answer your questions and support you in making informed decisions for your body. We offer testing, cancer screenings, vasectomies, and pap smears for those 21 and up. Not ready to book an appointment? Stop by any location for free Plan B or menstrual products. No questions asked. Call or visit Family Health Services. We're ready when you are.
It's not just a sport, it's a calling. At Spalding, we've spent years crafting high-quality equipment that honors that passion. As the official net system supplier to Major League Volleyball, we're proud to support the game at its highest level, where precision, durability, and performance matter most. Because when you give your all, you deserve equipment that does too. Spalding Volleyball. Trusted by generations, built for champions.
Big ideas, bold graphics, quality products you're proud to wear. That is Custom Sports. Custom Sports, custom graphics, quality products, and timely service you can count on.
There's fun everywhere in downtown Omaha. You're roller skating outside, you're watching volleyball indoors, you're hitting the old market. There's a lot happening here in Nebraska's largest city on the banks of the Missouri, and here are the consequences of this match. If Omaha wins, Omaha to the postseason. If Omaha loses, then Omaha a week from now faces ever difficult and competitive Dallas, and Omaha trying to hold off Grand Rapids and Orlando. The key right now, just focus on this, get the job done. You don't want to travel to Dallas and have to win that match.
Agreed. Dallas is a tough matchup for Omaha right now, but anytime you're in sports, it's so easy to get caught up in the future payoff of what you're doing now and how that affects things in the future. But it's always so important to just stay in the moment, take care of what you can take care of. And for Omaha right now, that means take care of Columbus. Win this match, get out of here with the win, and then your pressure is off your back.
Nancy, you're looking at the stat sheet. What do you see?
Sarah Parsons had an amazing first set for Omaha. She hit 7 kills on 11 attempts. She hit 636, which for an outside hitter is unreal. The rest of the team, Kiara Reinhart hit well as well. She was 667 with 2 kills on 3 attempts. But I think for Omaha, their block and their defense right now, they're getting transition plays, getting second looks, is what made them win that first set.
Brooke Nuneviller misfiring from the back row. She had 1 kill in 5 attack attempts. And here's Abby Walker. She gets to start in the back row. Great middle for Columbus. Go back, another tip from the back row. They are not stopping those throws and those tips from the 10-foot, the 3-meter line.
They're not right now, and it's because they have to honor it by playing defense deeper to honor the hard-hit ball. But right now, Omaha's doing a good job taking advantage of these holes on the court for Columbus.
I'd pinch up and make them hit it hard. These tips have got to be maddening for Columbus. Beautiful. Off of one-leg slide behind the setter by Reagan Pittman-Nelson, the former Minnesota Golden Gopher, 2-1 Columbus.
And there we see what Pittman-Nelson is capable of. She goes up and absolutely destroys this ball. That's a great attack. But for Omaha, their focus has to be move on, focus on the next point. Move on, focus on the next point over and over and over all night.
Megan Lush a little bit, just a credit card long, 2-2.
And I think that ball was a little bit too deep in the court for Megan Lush. She's hitting it behind her head. And for an attacker, if you're hitting behind your head, it's almost always going to go long. So either Audrey Pack needs to set her further forward, or Megan Lush needs to start her approach further behind the ball when she takes off, so that she keeps that ball in front of her shoulder when she's attacking.
Terry after a great Megan Lush pass. Great rescue by the Supernova defense. On the free ball, set to nobody on a free ball. But a free ball returned. Back-to-back free balls. Joust. Here come the Novas. Merritt Beeson sails it. That was not a point you're going to see on the replay highlights.
Nope, that wasn't the swing Merritt Beeson wanted. That whole rally back and forth, both transitions on both sides was a little bit junky. And Merritt didn't get the swing she wanted on that one. So Columbus ends up with a point. But talking about the Omaha block and defense, they held Columbus to 0.94 for a hitting percentage in the first set. They hit 290, which is a good, solid percentage, but nothing spectacular. But when you hold your opponent to 0.94, good things are going to happen.
Brooke Mosher on a high pass, I think, wishes she would have just attacked that one, but I think she might be a back row player, so she could not. And the one-arm set, difficult. If she were a front row player, that would have been a perfect one to attack. Rena Terry served 5 in a row in the first set, still up on it. Beeson getting blocked. 5-2 Columbus. They enjoyed an early lead in the first set.
Mrs. Pittman-Nelson again closing out to Megan Lush. They have a good block set up against Merritt Beeson on this ball and getting over the net with that late move by Pittman-Nelson. I think when Merritt's attacking that ball, she sees that opening, and Pittman-Nelson is jumping into it at the last second.
Raina Terry to serve again. She's hitting negative. Only 2 kills thus far in the match. Nuneviller, she gets blocked. That's 4 blocks for Columbus. Reagan Pittman-Nelson has 3 of them. 6-2 Fury.
And we can see why Columbus is one of the top blocking teams in the league right now. Even though they're not doing real well overall in the standings, they are a solid blocking team, and Omaha has to keep working around that.
Second best blocking team in the league. Beeson, kaboom! Needed that one.
And that was such a smart shot by Merritt. She didn't go up and crush it as hard as she can, but she's seeing the court well and taking a really smart shot outside the block, hitting it back into the court so it's not straight down the line to the libero.
She likes the sets a little closer to the antenna. That's been the secret to some of her recent success. Sets further to the pin. Miller, not this time. Ryan White. Great dig to Jayhawk. And Megan Lush showing she's had a lot of volleyball left in her, even though her last year was 2014 in college, 7-3.
That's a smart shot by Megan Lush. Merritt Beeson had crept up the line expecting another tip because that set kind of pushed out a little bit wide. But Megan Lush showing her range, finding the line anyway.
Ogilvy, perfect pass. Nana Miller, kaboom!
And Elena Ogilvy contributes so much to this team just by her steadying presence as a passer and serve receive. She gives her team a ball like that. Brooke Mosier has all the offensive options she wants.
Don't serve Megan Lush. She knows how to pass. Back road. Jalen Hodge gets dug. Here comes the Fury. Terry. Beautiful diving dig, Ogilvy. Parsons not yet. Sarah Parsons, 6 kills in the first set. She's got another one here in the second.
Great defensive plays there by Elena Ogilvy, but then Sarah Parsons with such a smart shot on this out-of-system ball, hitting, again, those high hands of those blockers. She knows the block will be there. So smart to hit the high hands and use them to her advantage.
It's her 8th kill in the match already. Just started the second set. Jalen Hodge has a whip arm. Free ball. Fury goes back row. Raina Terry. Great dig by Ogilvy.
Brooke Mosier did not want to jump and attack that ball.
Wow. Empty net kill for Abby Walker. 8-5 Columbus.
And that's a nice feed on the Columbus side, finding Abby Walker in transition. Omaha's got to get some hands up in front of her.
Former Cincinnati Bearcat, second season with Columbus. She was an all-star this year. Didn't start tonight. Parsons, Mosher Parsons. This tip not successful. Raina Terry, only 2 kills in the match for the third best kill leader in the league. Hodge tips it towards the river. Don't need the replay system for that. 8-6 Columbus.
Omaha's been successful on a lot of tips tonight, and I think Columbus is trying to mirror that. They've thrown in a lot of tips back, but Omaha right now has been doing a pretty good job picking those up. So Columbus is trying to find different places, trying to throw deep on those tips and just missing long on that one.
Janice Leao served it. Terry. Sarah Parsons, kaboom! 1-point ball game.
Parsons is having a night. She is feeling it. She's in the groove. And for players, when you feel like that, you don't have to think about it. And Parsons having one of those nights.
9 kills. Janice Leao, hometown New Bedford, Massachusetts. Played at the University of Miami. Great take by Parsons. Here come the pink-clad Novas. That was off. Raina Terry, set was on. Great up by Leao, who's a middle. Great take by Ryan White, KU Jayhawk. Took her to the Sweet 16 last year. And, Hodge gets the kill after a great defensive effort yet again by Omaha.
And I think everybody loves it when the middles get a dig because it's not expected. If it's a libero and they make a dig, you're like, oh, they're a libero. But middles aren't expected to. So when middles make a phenomenal dig like that, it's just so fun.
Having fun in Omaha. It's not a pink out, but a lot of folks are wearing pink, and a lot of folks are wearing blue.
Well, they're doing a stripe out tonight, so
Nice.
every other section is supposed to be pink and then blue, and then pink and then blue. The fans did a good job adhering to it.
Set her up. Brooke Mosher's got a 3rd kill already. She had 5 in a single match earlier this year.
I think Brooke Mosier being active offensively as a setter is a huge component to Omaha's success.
That one probably would have been long. And that's, I think, 4 touches. Now I'm thinking 5 touches. No whistle. Apparently Omaha touched it in the interim. Merritt Beeson not this time. Megan Lush, no. A little bit of a low set. Parsons delivers just long. Nope, block touch. Point. Omaha.
Parsons looked really shocked when they didn't call the 4 touches that you mentioned earlier. She didn't think it touched their block, and from our angle, it didn't look like it got over the net.
Yeah, we had a very good look. I was going to look at the floor officially. It looked like 5 touches. And there's another kill. Jalen Hodge is impressive, the Arizona alumna. She's been a pro for 2 years, played in Puerto Rico a year ago. In 2024, she was all Big 12 first team. She can leap.
She is. She's such a good jumper that she can get up and explode to that ball. She has a quick arm, so she's beating the block. Parsons on that last ball drifted out past her and opened up the center of the court for Hodge.
And Parsons this time gets stuffed by the aforementioned Jalen Hodge.
Everybody clap your hands.
Omaha won the first set 25-21. Had to come back trailing by 5 at a couple junctures in that first set. Parsons delivers.
And Parsons coming right back. Setters each have different philosophies. Some setters like to go back to a player after they get blocked or they have an error, and it's kind of a vote of confidence. Like, okay, you didn't get that one, but I know you can get this one. Some setters like to mix it up and give that hitter a break. Brooke Mosier going right back to Sarah Parsons, and Parsons taking another really smart swing. Just it's becoming her trademark right now, is finding a way to get kills even with that big block in front of her.
Raina Terry, just her 3rd kill. She averages more than 4 a set. Not heating up yet in this match. But that looked fluid. Former Illinois star. Started for 5 years at Illinois. Back row tip this time, no. Ryan White, the libero, finds that one in time. Parsons swings away. There's Ryan White, another diving dig. Lush. Just wide, no touch. Point Omaha, 1-point ball game.
And right now, Ryan White is playing really good defense, really holding down the Columbus side of the net, kind of frustrating some of the Omaha hitters. But I like it that Omaha keeps recycling, keeps getting more shots, keeping the ball in play, making smart attacks.
Reagan, Pittman, Nelson, bang. She's fiery.
She is fiery, and she wants to get her team fired up. That's a really good swing. She, again, has that quick arm, snapping it down inside Brooke Nunneviller's block. Brooke is drifting out towards the antenna there. She's got to stop and stay in front of Reagan Pittman-Nelson, especially on a slide attack where it's so quick like that. It's harder for Pittman-Nelson to turn that ball down the line. If Brooke can just stop and be in front of her, she'll get a better touch on that block.
Low set, Lush off the block, tooling it off of Merritt Beeson's hands.
That's a smart play by Megan Lush. It's an experienced play, seeing it's a little bit tight, finding the blocker and just pushing it off of Merritt Beeson's hands out of bounds.
Raina Terry twinkles the twine for an ace, her 2nd ace. She ran a bunch of points, 5 in a row in that first set. Now a 4-point Columbus lead.
And the balls that hit the net are so hard to react to because normally that front row player, when the server is driving the ball, their mind has already moved on to, I have to be ready to attack. So to switch back to, wait, that ball just hit the net and now it's mine, I have to play it, can be difficult. And she's caught Janice Leao out of sorts on that, not expecting that ball. But then misses the next one. So
Merritt Beeson, 10 aces this year, one of the team leaders. And on cue, number 11.
Merritt Beeson has such a good serve because she drives that ball flat and it comes over the net low, but it's driving deep, and that's hard for the passers sometimes to handle.
Before reclaiming that starting position in the opposite, Merritt Beeson was a serving specialist. Great rescue by Brooke Nuneviller. Great save by Elena Ogilvie. Oh, on the free ball, Reagan Pittman-Nelson blasts it towards the Missouri River.
She was so very excited for that free ball to take a swing at it and just missed long, got a little bit too excited. But some great defense and saves over on the Omaha side. Elena Ogilvie pulling those balls up. Brooke Nuneviller playing it out of the net. That's really good team defense, helping each other. It's all a mindset, and they're doing it right now.
Chalice belongs to Columbus. Setter to shoot won't work. Nuneviller, and great rescue by Raina Terry for the moment. But it's the antenna point for Omaha. 4 in a row.
And Omaha feeling a little bit of the rhythm. This is behind Merritt Beeson's serve. Again, she keeps getting Columbus out of system on her serve by serving tough. That makes the job so much easier for that block and defense.
But watch Elena Ogilvie in blue, how just compact her movements are and how she anticipates so well. Lush, block back, Janice Leao. That's 5 in a row. Carbon copy of the first set, Nancy. Early deficit overcome by Omaha, but a long way to go here in the second.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Behind every switch you flip, innovation is at work. NPPD is using advanced technology to generate and deliver the reliable energy you have come to expect. Like AI-driven platforms to optimize energy generation, drones for infrastructure inspection, advanced metering for faster outage detection, and helping advance carbon capture and sequestration technologies. It's not just electricity we are delivering, it's innovation. Powering the state, empowering your life. Nebraska Public Power District.
The Bob Carey Bridge and the Troll living underneath. Omar just down the road. Well, let's say down the river from where we are inside CHI Health Center.
But clearly Omar is also a Supernovas fan.
It's fan appreciation night and everyone's getting appreciated. Nice pass read to Terry. Megan Lush, yes. 16 apiece in the second. Might be the last place team in the MLB, Columbus, but they're playing with a lot of energy right now, and it's been a lot closer than the score suggests. In the first set, 4-point win by Omaha. It was closer than that. This one, closer than LA traffic, 16 apiece.
And that's something with a lot of sports that when there's nothing to lose. Right now for Columbus, a win or a loss, it means nothing to them either way. They have nothing to lose, so they can play very free. If they lose, they were supposed to lose, right? They're the lower-seeded team. If they win, it's amazing. So they're playing very free, very loose, and that can show success because of that. They have good enough women playing on their court that playing well, they can combat with anybody.
Now it's going to be Jaden Hodge. They have 2 back row attackers in this rotation. Nice up by Ryan White. Megan Lush down the line. And we're going to get a replay here. I believe for Columbus, they thought there was a block touch, but no indication. Yep, now we get an indication they're going to replay this one. Challenge request from Coach Perez for Columbus. Yep, that's what looked like a block touch.
But Megan Lush again over there conversing with the top official. I'm not quite sure what she's arguing there.
Ain't good block touch. They gave the point to Omaha, and on that replay, it looked like Brooke Mosher's right hand touched that volleyball on the way out. 18-16 for the moment, Omaha. This should get reversed, tying it up at 17 apiece. Omaha plays again next Friday night against Dallas, hoping that one will not have playoff ramifications. A win tonight, and Omaha is in. Meanwhile, Columbus with 3 more matches after tonight. Thomas Robson, new interim head coach. Meanwhile, the Supernova reserves enjoying this break in the action. Got 3 Creighton Blue Jays right there. Elise Getzinger, no assist to Brock and Allie Holder. Supernovas are playing some of their best volleyball when it counts the most. And there's the, it's like a block touch. That is instant replay. Point Columbus. It's been reversed. We're tied at 17. Nancy Metcalf, yours truly, John Baylor, courtside, CHI Health Center, having fun on stripe out night. One row, one section's pink, the next section's blue, the next section's pink. If you wore the wrong shirt, you got to move. You got to get in the right section.
Well, you definitely stand out if you are not matching in the color scheme tonight.
Janice Leao, kaboom! New Bedford, Massachusetts, 18-17 Omaha.
And we were talking about how Columbus is playing loose and free right now. I think that's because they have no expectations and no pressure, but Omaha has played very loose and confident the last few matches as well. And I think that's a good look on their team. Instead of feeling like they have all the pressure, just enjoying the game, being confident in what they're doing. And that translates to playing loose and free.
Boy, Abby Walker, Cincinnati Bearcats playing loose and free. She is fired up. Pass, set, kill it. You make it look like an easy game if you get a good pass. Megan Lush. Sarah Parsons, that's way long, and no block touch. Point Columbus, trying to steal this second set.
Everybody clap your hands.
Parsons just getting a miss hit on that ball. I am very familiar with that. Sometimes you swing and it hits your hand funny and it just takes off. When I played in high school for club volleyball, one of the moms of one of my teammates would yell, "To the moon," because sometimes that's what it felt like they were doing.
The ball was just sailing that direction. Uh-oh. That's an ace. 20-18, Columbus, timeout, Omaha. Supernovas came back but pulled away in the first set. Supernovas came back from a 4-point deficit earlier in this one, but now Columbus has regained the lead. What's been the secret behind this resurgence for Columbus here in set two?
Columbus's hitters are doing a good job right now of using the Omaha block and finding seams to get through and score points. But Sarah Parsons has cooled off a little bit for Omaha. We haven't seen them going to her as much. She's not scoring as much. Omaha just needs to find their rhythm back, and that starts with passing. That gives Brooke Mosier so many options at the net for who she's setting and where she's working the ball around.
That's Starla. Starla was unveiled 3 weeks ago. The intergalactic, very fuzzy and furry mascot for the Supernovas. Omaha 2-1 this season against Columbus. Omaha trying to get over this home jinx. They are 4-9 at home this year, 9-4 on the road. All time, Omaha 9-2 against Columbus in 3 seasons.
And there can be a lot of factors that lead into the home record actually being worse than the away record. But there are a lot more obligations these players have, a lot more distractions when they're at home. Whereas when they're on the road, the only thing they're there for is volleyball, and that's all they have to think about and worry about. They also can have more pressure in terms of wanting to perform well for this team. They can feel more pressure on themselves. So this is just something Omaha's got to work through. Great block there.
Huge juncture. Kara Reinhardt. A 1-point deficit's a lot different from a 3-point deficit.
It is, especially this late in the game. 3 points feels like a mountain. 1 point, it's very overcomable.
Kara Reinhardt has been a fixture at the middle slot most of this season for Omaha. Raina Terry, cross court, no touch, we're tied up.
And Raina Terry with that heavy arm trying to get it done for Columbus just misses wide. Omaha's block doing a really good job staying disciplined. Elena Ogilvie doing a little bit of ninja moves there to get out of the way for that ball.
20-20. Omaha trying to get its 3rd consecutive sweep in the nick of time. You want to get hot late, and this is it. 2 matches left regular season, and then off to Dallas for the semifinals. And interestingly, the lower-ranked team has won every single one of the 4 semifinals in this league in the prior 2 years, except for Omaha, which was the higher-ranked team in year one. But it suggests all you got to do is get in the playoffs. And really, you forget about how they did in the regular season. In fact, Omaha ran away with the regular season title last year and then lost in the semis a year ago in 5 sets.
Yes, and Coach Robson also pointed that out. He said once you get to the semifinals, the playoffs, it's a new game. It's anybody's game. Whoever plays well, any team can beat anybody. But getting there is so tough because of how many games they play and how tough each team is. So for Omaha, they just got to focus on getting there. And once they get there, it doesn't matter if you're in fourth or if you're in first. You play the game that you're there for.
Jalen Hodge, this year, hitting only 142. She's a lot more effective thus far tonight. Joe Reinhardt, not this time. Now to tie it. Sarah Parsons got it.
Brooke Mosher doing a good job there, mixing it up. She went up like she was going to back set that ball and pushed it quick to Parsons, and you can see Parsons has that opening in the block, taking advantage of it for the kill. That's her 12th kill for the night.
Served by Parsons. That's an ace!
Parsons doing it all.
Pulls one out of the bottom of the deck. It's 22-21. 3 to go for a commanding 2-love lead. Not seen Reagan Cooper tonight. It's been Sarah Parsons the whole night. She had 7 kills in the first set. This time it's going to be Reagan Pittman knocked down. Great chance here for a 2-point lead. Nunaviller mishits. We're tied at 22.
Some really nice defensive plays there by Omaha to keep that ball alive. Brooke Nunaviller just having an uncharacteristic mistake on her part.
Here's Jalen Hodge. She's a threat from the back row. Decent pass. Nunaviller gets it back. 4 hands in front of her. Not down. Columbus to try to retake the lead. Terry down. Decent block touch, but back row not able to get there in time.
Yeah, that was a decent block touch by Omaha. Both players getting up. They get good hands on that ball, but it just kind of dribbles over the top and falls in the center of the court.
Timeout, Omaha. The Novas grabbed a 1-point lead. There's the brain trust. Thomas Robson, it's his 26th birthday, assisted by Blake Rollins. That's it, just 2 in charge. Thomas Robson in his 4th match. And to give you a sense of the impact he has had, in the last 2 matches, opponents against the Novas have averaged just 11.6 digs a set. Before that, 19.3 digs a set. That's a sign of a much better, more efficient offense.
Yes, that means that the hitters are getting a ball where they're able to find holes in the block or use the block out of bounds or just get a kill straight to the floor. With a different tempo setter, that can make a big difference in the offensive potent there.
Brooke Nunaviller tonight. She is hitting 0 right now with 5 kills. Here's Hodge. Nunaviller, perfect pass. Timing off with Kara Reinhardt. Set or dump. That's not going to work. Nunaviller, another tip. They're not dropping here in the second set. Those tips. Terry with her offhand. Huge point. Nunaviller blocked and free ball across. Great chance for the Fury to steal this second set. The slide down. Reagan, Pittman, Nelson.
And that matchup with Pittman Nelson attacking behind Audrey Pack and Brooke Nunaviller trying to block her. Pittman Nelson is getting up high, and she's able to attack most of the spots on the court with that blocking matchup.
2 chances to close out this second set for Columbus. Hodge keeps serving for 3 straight points. Parsons, kaboom! Now, can Omaha hold serve with the set on the line? Sydney Hilly checks in. Has to get it in. And Omaha with 2 setters out there. Timeout, Columbus. How do you like this lineup? Sydney Hilly's a back row specialist suddenly because Brooke Mosier's in there to serve. I think Hilly's in there to serve. Brooke Mosier's in there to set. Hilly's in there to serve.
I would agree. I think they're putting Sydney Hilly in right now as a serving specialist and to hopefully get something going on defense if she can find a way to get a dig, give their team a shot to transition.
She's second on the team in aces with 12. Kara Reinhardt leads the team with 20 service aces. So Sydney Hilly checks in to serve. You have two setters in there. Setters know how to defend the floor.
Setters are typically really good defenders. Sydney Hilly will not be in her normal defensive position, though, because Brooke Mosier is in there. But they're definitely looking for a little bit of a lift here from the service line from Sydney Hilly.
Another sub to get a better block. Nora Tabrock, the Creighton Blue Jay, checks into the front row. And she's going to block, I believe, on the left.
And I think Thomas Robson is putting Nora Tabrock in here. Well, he was trying to. They got declined to try and put her in front of Reagan Pittman-Nelson.
They're out of subs. Sydney Hilly, that's a new race. They're out of system for the set. And that's long, no touch. And we're going to get a video replay here. And Columbus is adamant. This is for the set. Tough to tell there. All Columbus players immediately started asking for the challenge. Both teams have had their moments questioning some of the officiating here tonight.
And it is usually on an attack with a block touch because that happens so quickly. But that is a block touch on the left hand there.
On Nunaviller, we're tied in sets at 1 each. Come back for the third. 1 set each, no sweep tonight for Omaha. You're listening to NCN.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
It's time to focus on your reproductive health. Family Health Services provides non-judgmental, confidential, and affordable care. We answer your questions and support you in making informed decisions for your body. We offer testing, cancer screenings, vasectomies, and pap smears for those 21 and up. Not ready to book an appointment? Stop by any location for free Plan B or menstrual products. No questions asked. Call or visit Family Health Services. We're ready when you are.
This is major. Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing.
This is where the game gets real.
This is Nebraska, and so is this. News Channel Nebraska's mission is to connect everyone in Nebraska, urban and rural. Because when people in Palisade understand what happens in Grand Island, and when people in Scotts Bluff get to share their story with the people of Niobrara, we become one Nebraska. This is Nebraska, and this is home.
Championship Insight Exclusive access. Supernovas Spotlight with John Cook on News Channel Nebraska.
Welcome to another edition of Supernova Spotlight on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axmit joined, as always, by GM and co-owner of the Supernovas, John Cook. And we're talking volleyball. What else would we talk when John Cook is in the studio? So this is an interesting topic, John. A new role for you this year, GM. Something different than what you'd known with your time with the Huskers as the head coach. Let's just start off with, how's it going? How is it different? What are the different things that you have to juggle? I gave you several different questions to answer there, but I think people want to know what that's like to be in a GM role.
Well, as this pro league's been developing, they came to me and said, hey, we want you to be the first general manager. And I asked the same question you just asked me. What does that mean? And pretty much what my role is the best way I can describe it in the most simple way is my job is to put together a team, put together a staff, put together a performance team, and then make sure they have everything they need to do the best job that they can. And I've been thinking a lot about this. You know, when I first started coaching, I did everything. And probably the last few years, coaching became less. And as a head coach now in college athletics, with everything going on, you almost become more of a general manager than you do a coach. I mean, you're still coaching, but half the time is spent doing general manager stuff, especially at Nebraska volleyball because of everything else that goes on outside that court. So it's been interesting. The great thing is I get to still work with players and figure out who we want and, you know, recruit them to Supernovas. The hard part is dealing with agents because they're trying to get the best deal and you got to negotiate, but we also have, you know, a salary cap we have to stay within. So, but it's been fun and I'm, you know, it's great to see the product that we put together and watch them perform.
Continuing with this role that you now have, I'm assuming you had no shortage of offers after you retired with the Huskers. So what was it about the Supernovas that made you think, this is the right spot, GM is the next step I want to take, and this is where I want to be for the next chapter of my career?
Well, this is not something I was dreaming about, and I was approached by the ownership of the Supernovas and Diane Mendenhall, the president, who I've known I hired her 25 years ago at Nebraska to be our first director of ops. So what fired me up the most was I wanted to try to be a difference maker to help pro volleyball get started in this country. And the Supernovas are doing it better than anybody. Their goal is to be the best women's professional team in the world. And I really believe they have things in place to do that. And if I can help be a small part of that and maybe think outside the box a little bit, push them here, push them there, and continue to pursue that goal. And then from there, that's going to help all the other Major League Volleyball teams. They'll create a standard. And this is what you got to meet if you want to be a great pro team. And so I thought, if I could be a difference maker and help pro volleyball get going, and again, it's the people in the organization, the Supernovas, that really impressed me.
Catch more exclusive insight all season on Supernova's Spotlight with John Cook on News Channel Nebraska.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
On the go and need a fast break? Speedy Mart is your playmaker. Swing in, grab a quick bite, a refreshing drink, and fuel up fast so you can get back in the game without missing a beat. With plenty of parking, speedy pumps, and shelves stocked with all your favorites, Speedy Mart on South 72nd Street, Papillion keeps you moving. Whether it's food, fuel, or a friendly smile, make the winning move. Stop at Speedy Mart today.
It's time to focus on your reproductive health. Family Health Services provides non-judgmental, confidential, and affordable care. We answer your questions and support you in making informed decisions for your body. We offer testing, cancer screenings, vasectomies, and pap smears for those 21 and up. Not ready to book an appointment? Stop by any location for free Plan B or menstrual products. No questions asked. Call or visit Family Health Services. We're ready when you are.
Every match is a new opportunity. For us, this is everything. The hours no one sees, the pressure, the belief it takes to keep going. Every serve carries expectation. Every rally demands heart. Every win brings us one step closer to becoming champions. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars compete for greatness. This is our game, our league. Keep watching.
We're celebrating the contributions of the outgoing president of the Omaha Supernovas. There's Diane Mendenhall, her husband Rich, her mother Doris, 92 years young on her right. And there's Allie, her daughter, who won a state title at Lincoln Lutheran in 2003. Five, that's what I thought.
You're close,
and
though.
then played at Yale, and they all came back to celebrate you tonight.
Thank you.
And the fans as well. And you're doing a big applause. And that cool jersey. You're going to need something to hold that up. You might pull the wall down. That
I
thing's
know.
heavy.
I think it is a wall. I think it actually is a wall. It's so big, but so many beautiful memories. And what's important to me is the three teams that are there, and those wonderful individuals, and then our front office staff. We just couldn't be more proud of them.
President's a big title. It's a big job. You've got to bring in talent. You've got to do all sorts of stuff.
You do. It's a jack of all trades, but I think what I loved about this part of my career was the ability to take everything that I've done over the last 40 years and bring it all into one.
Last 40 years, you've been busy.
Very busy.
You're a head coach at York College.
Yeah.
You're a director of volleyball ops.
Yeah.
First one ever in University of Nebraska. One of your players was Nancy Metcalf. That was 25 years ago. And then you took over the Alumni Association of the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, revived that. Then you worked for the athletic department. Then you worked for the president's office. Then you worked for University Lincoln.
The Lincoln Community Foundation. Yep.
And then now you're with the Omaha Supernovas, and you're moving on.
Yep, I am. This is my swan song. What could be better than this? So I couldn't be happier to have the past 3 years and the opportunity we have, and just the support has been overwhelming.
Will you hang out with us, Diane, here in this third set? Because your Supernovas need to win this set.
They do. And we have a great record when we score that first point, so that's good.
Well, Diane, you have contributed so much to the sport of women's volleyball. What could you say about just the ride it's been? I mean, as John mentioned, going back to when you were the director of ops for Nebraska volleyball, that was back when I played, and that was ages ago. But the things you have done and helped teams to achieve have been so special. What are some moments that stand out to you?
I think, Nancy, it just goes back to when I look at you, it's all about the people and it's all about relationships. And I think if you have people and you have purpose and you bring those together, that's when wonderful things happen. And that's why we see the growth of this amazing sport.
I agree. I think it's a sport that's easy to love, but it takes a lot of people behind the scenes like you doing what you have done for so many different programs.
Like you said, it's the people behind the scenes, and the one great skill set I do have is I hire great people. I hire great people, form a team, and then just get out of their way and let them do what they do great.
And you have. Even in the Supernovas organization, you've brought such great talent on board. It's been fun to see how this team has developed over the past 3 seasons and 3 years. But thank you for what you have done just to build the sport and the Omaha Supernovas program.
Absolutely remarkable success, leaders in attendance in the world of professional volleyball, not just domestically. And there's a tip shot for a kill. Emily Londot checks in here in the third set for Omaha, and Toyosi on a banjo as well. Diane, as you get a chance here to say something to this television audience, what would you like to share with them?
Just thank you. This just shows the love and the belief that people have to lift us up, to support this sport. And it's a community that it's hard for me to talk when I'm watching the point. Love the point. So, no, this is all about community. It's all about belief. It's people rallying around a cause in a sport. And I just want to say thanks to Novas Nation. Thank you to everyone. And thank you to all the support that we've had.
Well, from all of us, thank you for everything you've done, building the Omaha Supernovas to what they are, but the sport of volleyball in general. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nancy.
Mendenhall, president of the Supernovas in her final year. She'll stick around as an emeritus advisor from a distance. And now a roll shot blocked back by Columbus, and it's 4-3 Novas here in the third set. We're tied in sets at 1. 4-3 in the third, and Nancy, we have a change in the lineup. There's Toyosi on a banjo, the former KU Jayhawk, who's been a catalyst so many times this year off the bench playing middle. And then Emily Landot is coming as well.
Well, that speaks to the depth on the Supernovas team. When Layla Blackwell went down with an injury, Toyosi on a banjo jumped in, and she was successful in helping spur the team on to continue their momentum and win that match. So we know that Coach Robson has so much faith in these players that even if they're not starting, he knows they can come in and make a difference. And he tells them that. He said, I want you to be a game changer. When you get your shot, go in and change the game. Find a way to make a difference.
On a banjo, there's Landot, the Ohio State Buckeye star, played for 5 years. Now Nunaviller. A lot of wood to chop for Omaha in this one, and a miss hit from Reagan Pittman-Nelson into the net. She pats herself, says that's my fault. 6-3, Omaha in the third.
And here we see Pittman-Nelson going up and just trying to go for that tip throw shot, but she's too far off the net and isn't able to get it across the net doing that.
Omaha won the first in 4, lost a deuce game in the second. Blocked back, again, Megan Lush. And she drills it down, 6-4.
Megan Lush finding a way somehow to get that through between the block, kind of off the line, down the line. Difficult shot to dig because there's not a defender there usually. There's usually a defender on the line and then a defender more cross court, but in between the two, it's a little bit tougher to dig.
Reagan Pittman-Nelson, Brooke Nunaviller, Mosher, the slide on a banjo's first swing is a kill. So many times players off the bench for Omaha this year have come in and lifted the team on a banjo. Case in point many times, and thus far tonight, 7-4.
Yes, and players can come off the bench because it's just a new look, a different look. Sometimes offensively they can provide that spark, and that can be enough to change the momentum for their team to get them going again.
Her college teammate Ryan White passes the serve, both Jayhawks from Lawrence. And Landot pounds it from the back row. Great dig by Emily Landot, but no one able to rescue the second contact. 7-5, Omaha in the third, tied in sets.
And that was a really nice up by Emily Landot on a difficult ball. Audrey Pack recognizing that it's close and she has no block. Landot popping it up, but just a little bit too low for anyone to make the next play.
3 great passers in this rotation for Omaha. It's going to be Parsons, guides it perfectly. Mosher, two-hander won't work. Now a good chance here. Landot from her favorite spot, stuffed. And Megan Lush gave her a long look after that block. 7-6.
Lush right now is playing like she has something to prove, and it started earlier in the match when they didn't get some calls she thought they should have. That lit a fire under her, as it sometimes can with good competitors. And she's out here trying to prove something now.
Left-handed swing by Mosher, and that's wide. Remember, she's a right-hander.
And I like it that Brooke Mosher is still trying to make a difference there, be an offensive-minded setter, but that pass pulled her forward, so she was running out of court ahead of her on the other side of the net.
Her ability to swing with her off arm is amazing. She tries another setter dump and blocked by Lush. 4 in a row for Columbus. It's been a match of streaks. They had 5 in a row in the first set, 4 in a row right here.
It has been. Volleyball is such a game of momentum. So for each team, it's always important to try to stop runs quickly because it is such a momentum game. You don't want to let the other team continue building their momentum.
Slide to Leao, not this time. Unable to take a full swing for 5 in a row. Great dig by Ogilvy. Joust, great dig by Ogilvy. Brooke Nunaville, they've been going to that tip a lot, and it works. 8 apiece.
So Brooke Nunaville, they're trying a different tip. She's coming out of the back row, and instead of tipping over the block in the middle of the court, She goes up and throws it to the right side of the court because Audrey Pack there is coming up to play defense in the middle, and it makes her change directions and results in a kill for Brooke Nuneviller.
8 in the third. Omaha needs to win this to go to the postseason. Service error, Brooke Mosher. Service errors will be doubled. Omaha in this match. They've got to serve tough at this level. Mosher sets middle. Leao, kaboom! 9-9, set 3.
Nice. That's such a great quick connection there between Mosher and Leao. Getting your middles involved when it's a good pass. You see Mosher's moving, and a lot of times movement can mess with the block because they start to lean one way or another. Feeding Leao really quick on that ball allows her to get up and beat that block on the quick attack.
Nothing comes with ease in this league. There is so much parity. And Omaha with everything riding on this match. Columbus playing loose. Sarah Parsons, she's gone the entire way. No Reagan Cooper thus far. Great pass by Raina Terry. Wow.
That was a really tough serve, and Raina Terry handled it really well.
Mosher to Brooke Nuneviller, no. Now for the point. Terry blocked. Leao, Emily Londa. That's a combined about 13 feet of humanity. 10-9, Omaha.
That is a big block to work around, and when they're tall like that with long arms, it's like they're hanging in the air even longer because their arms are still over the net. Great blocking move by both Omaha blockers there.
Another tough serve. Results in an overpass. Omaha scatters. Again, Leao. Again, the throw. They don't call that. And another block. Huge blocking exhibition tonight for the Novas. Leao, that was all Londot, though, 11-9.
Omaha tonight has put up a solid block in the front row. They just have to stay disciplined, and they're going to get kills because Columbus is hitting into them.
11 blocks for Omaha. Oh, just when Omaha was seizing the momentum. 11 blocks. Here's Abby Walker off the bench, has been impressive. Taking over for Rachel Gomez. At the middle spot, here's Londa, another tip. And an easy put away for Jalen Hodge, 11 each in the third. Cincinnati Bearcat. Abby Walker with an ace. 2-point lead has turned into a 1-point Omaha deficit, 12-11. Columbus.
The biggest thing for Omaha right now is if Columbus is adjusting to their tips, they've got to keep moving it around like we talked about Brooke Nuneviller doing out of the back row. The second thing is if you're tipping like Emily Londa, people have to be ready to cover. Your teammates have to be covering you. That's something Coach Robson told them he wanted to focus on is covering players, making digs so you get second and third chance attacks.
Uh-oh, poor pass. Nuneviller flying in there over dig. Great chance here for Omaha to tie it. Kaboom! Emily Londa. Huge right shoulder retired at a dozen.
Mosher making a great hustle play there. She's hustling one direction to play the first ball. Comes back running into the court, has to turn around, sets a great ball for Emily Londa, giving her that line shot, and Emily buries it.
If we go 5, it's 1-1 right now. If we go 5, Columbus is 1-5 in 5 setters. Omaha's 3-4, and a kick by Reagan Pittman. That's legal. Londot for the point. Another tip. Block back. Joust. And Londot muscles it over.
Good recognition by Emily Londot there that ball she played up on the cover ball was coming over the net, but instead of reaching to push it down, she waited because she knew Columbus had to touch it first.
A full kick to get that ball over the net. Love to see that again. Leao keeps serving. Nice pass. Terry? No. And a big block on a banjo. Toyosi giving him a left defense. That's 12 blocks for Omaha in 2+ sets.
And Omaha's team has come out this set. They are blocking disciplined, and they are reaching over the net. Columbus, right now, they're not doing as good of a job as they were earlier in this match of finding ways to go through or around it or high off of the block of Omaha.
3 in a row for Omaha. Bad pass. Great chance here on a free ball. Londot winds up and drops it. 4 in a row.
I like the off-speed shot by Emily Londa. She has such a heavy arm that defenses are going to be waiting back on their heels for that. When she mixes in an off-speed, it throws off the defense. And on that ball, it wasn't that tough of a hit, but the defender digs it over the net because it's messing up with her tempo.
Terry, great up by Sarah Parsons on a banjo. Raina Terry out. No touch, point Omaha. (16-12), Omaha on a 5-point run when we come right back.
When quality matters, it starts at Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine. They're known for the highest quality beef, carefully aged to perfection, alongside fresh, vibrant produce, and a deli famous for fresh, never frozen fried chicken. It's quality you can see. Home of Scotty's Meat RX. Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine, Nebraska. A better cut every time.
Elections are right around the corner. If you want to make sure your voice is heard, it's more important than ever to know when, where, and how to vote. That's why AARP has the latest information on key voting deadlines, how to register, and where to vote. Stay informed so you can make your voice heard in the upcoming election. Log on to learn more.
Do you know when the worst time to find out your sump pump isn't working? The day you need it. At John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, we're offering a $59 sump pump inspection, so you won't have to find a watery surprise in your basement after a storm. For just $59, our licensed and experienced service professionals will examine your sump pump, inspecting its major components to ensure your sump pump is ready and working when you need it most. Hurry, this offer won't last long. John Henry's, serving your family since 1996.
Janice Leao and the Novas trying to finish off Columbus in set number 3, up by 4 on a 5-point run, 16-12. Omaha in front of a big orange and blue-clad stripe-out crowd. Fan appreciation night on the banks of the Missouri. Leao, the former Miami Hurricane, 2-time ACC, all-ACC performer. Big carom, great chance here for Omaha to make it 6 straight points. Londot's favorite spot, not this time. Free ball across. Mosier, middle. Toyosi on a banjo, no. Raina Terry, yes. Go after the libero. Avoid the libero when she's back there. Go after the middle when she's back left. And that time, Leao unable to handle that rocket.
And that's Raina Terry's heavy arm there that you can see coming out. She just buries that ball. Janice Leao gets a touch on it, but can't control it.
Parsons guides it beautifully to Mosier. Londot, kaboom! Off the tee and out of here.
Another great shot by Emily Londot, finding that line, able to hit it off the defender down the line. And that's the libero trying to dig her, which gives you just an idea of how hard Emily Londot hits the ball.
Merritt Beeson played the first 2 sets. And now Londot in relief. Merritt hit negative offensively, coming off a huge night at Atlanta. Jalen Hodge out of bounds. 18-13 Omaha.
Good read. Emily Londot's there to make that play on defense, right on the line, watches it go out of bounds. That's textbook when you teach players, you want to be on the line so you know if it's coming at me, it's out of bounds. It's too high.
She yelled out just to make sure. Slide to Reagan Pittman-Nelson. She's been much less effective offensively since that first set. And a huge kill by Londa. A right-hander from the back right. She's made a living at that spot in college and now here in the pros. That's a tough shot. And she is so tough to stop. And Omaha pouring it on after trailing 12-11, leads 19-13. We learned, Nancy, about a brand new Omaha Supernova tradition now. It's an award named after Diane Mendenhall, the president, for The Supernovas retiring after this year. She'll be in an emeritus advisory position after this year. It's the Mendenhall Community and Culture Award, exemplifies community impact and team culture. It's voted by the players and the front office and the coaches. And this year's initial winner is
Allison Holder. This is such a neat award because it's not only saying you're a great player. We know all these women are great athletes and great players, but it's saying this is what's valued beyond just your athletic ability in this organization. It's how you impact your team, the positivity you bring to it, the things you can do to impact your community in a positive way, and they want to reward that, which is really neat to see.
Allison Holder, the former Creighton Blue Jays. She was a starting libero for the last 5 matches last year. Those backups, their attitude's so critical to the chemistry and the optimism and the enthusiasm of a team.
Well, they really are, because if you're not playing and you have an attitude about that isn't helpful for the team, it can be a cancer on these teams. And so for players who aren't starting, they have to be ready to play, but they also have to be ready to help the player who's playing in front of them, which can be really hard for a competitive athlete. Obviously, all these women want to be playing. They want to be the stars. But you have to be helping your team in a way that's providing value to the one on the court as well.
On a banjo, that's 7 straight points, 13 blocks for the match, and Omaha pouring it on here in the third.
Omaha has come out now with this new spark, and you can see some of these players making a difference. Emily Londa having more success attacking than Merritt Beeson did earlier. That leads to plays being made across the court for her team.
A double switch 2 rallies ago for Columbus. Brianna Ford checks in to play opposite. She gets a tip kill. And the setter now is Ashley Evans, 6-year pro out of Purdue. Slide to Oceana Banjo, and free ball over. Columbus wanted a carry, and Reagan Pittman makes it a moot point by terminating.
And that's a subjective call. The referee can choose to call the carry or not, but Columbus is getting really fired up. Megan Lush has gone over to the referee stand several times tonight, arguing about different calls they're challenging, but also calls they're not. So Columbus right now doesn't feel like they're getting the calls they feel like should be made.
5-point lead by Omaha here in the third. Got to win this set. Brooke Nunneviller, 21-15.
That'll do. That's a good tempo for Brooke Nunneviller to get up there, find either holes in the block or tool them, which is one of her best shots.
Third-year pro. She's the reigning outside hitter of the year in this league. Great up by Brooke. She can do it all. Here's Londa, the throw from the back right. Not this time. Megan Lush playing with a lot of passion. Mosier gets blocked. She has tried to get a kill as the setter front row a lot here in the third set. Hasn't worked.
She hasn't on that play. I don't think it was her intention to try to get the kill, but that ball popped up off Emily Londa pretty fast and low. And it was coming towards the net at an angle that would have made it tough for Mosier to change the direction. So she was trying to just continue the momentum, change it a little bit, and find a way to get it over the net. But Columbus's block is ready and waiting for that.
Londot's favorite spot, not this time. What a dig back there by a middle Reagan Pittman Nelson. Another great dig by a libero, Elena Ogilvie. Free ball over. Great chance for Columbus. It's going to be Lush. Great one-arm dig over and out, though. Shots wide. Point Columbus.
Again, some nice plays and defensive rallies here by both sides of the court. Both teams have hitters attacking the ball really well, and their defenders, you saw Reagan Pittman Nelson there pop a ball up as a middle blocker. That was a great defensive play. Lays out on the court to get it. Brooke Nunneviller doing the same thing on this side. Elena Ogilvie popped up a really hard hit ball.
Sarah Parsons. This time the big middle unable to dig it to a teammate. 22-17.
Great swing by Sarah Parsons there, hitting high and hitting hard. Hits it right to Reagan Pittman Nelson, but she can't handle that ball.
Columbus has lost their last 4 in a row, but playing with a ton of spirit tonight. Ashley Evans to Brianna Ford, and big block by Leao. 14 blocks in 2.5 sets for Omaha.
And I think Sarah Parsons now has either 4 or 5 blocks on the night. She's got 14 kills. She's hitting over 400. Sarah Parsons has come out focused and playing well.
Lush in.
So Columbus mixing it up a little bit with their outside hitters. That time they run Lush on what's called a rip, where the outside hitter comes into the court a little bit. And the intent is to beat that right side blocker. If you're not paying attention, they come in past you. So Brooke Mosier has to be watching Lush a little bit sooner to see that she's coming inside and get in front of that with her block lineup.
Down 23-17. Ford fires away. That's way long.
So Ashley Evans is front row now. That's something Omaha needs to be aware of because she can also be an offensive setter.
Slide, Walker, Doug, Joust. Great dig by Evans. And another block. Ashley Leao. Janice Leao, and Omaha claims the third set. 25-18, trying to win this in 4 when we return.
It's not just a sport, it's a calling. At Spalding, we've spent years crafting high-quality equipment that honors that passion. As the official net system supplier to Major League Volleyball, we're proud to support the game at its highest level, where precision, durability, and performance matter most. Because when you give your all, you deserve equipment that does too. Spalding Volleyball. Trusted by generations, built for champions.
Here's what you can expect on News Channel Nebraska. The top local news headlines all morning, plus 8 a.m. Mass with Father Joe. Stay up to date throughout the afternoon with the NCN News app. And tune back into NCN throughout the evening for the latest developments on major stories along with live high school and college sports. News Channel Nebraska. Independent media for all Nebraskans.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Nancy, the Supernovas picked up Elise Getzinger. She had played in 5 matches, started them earlier in the year, has not played tonight. Former All-American at Creighton, re-signed on April 20 because of the season-ending injury to Layla Blackwell, who had been playing so well of late, the former Husker. So adding some middle blocker depth, Getzinger rejoins the Supernovas. Meanwhile, Omaha, 16 blocks. They're just 4 away from a franchise record in blocks. One more, and they've tied 3rd all time. And we're only starting the 4th set. And a tip by Abby Walker. I think she was trying to swing it and fanned on it. Fooled everybody. 1-0 Columbus.
Sometimes mishits are the best shots because you don't even know where it's going, and neither does the other team. And I think Abby Walker just mishit that ball, kind of sliced at it and hit it a little bit crazy, but it results in the point because it just goes so sharply to the side.
Leao tipping again. They've worked a lot tonight. No carry that time on the second contact. Novas again, Leao, and it works. One apiece now. those 16 blocks have contributed to a very low attack efficiency for Columbus. They're hitting just 0.75 through 3 sets. And that's illustrative of their struggles this year. They're in the last place in the league, and they're in the bottom in attack percentage for the season, hitting just 181 tonight, hitting 100 points below that.
Well, and I think Columbus has struggled because they've had a lot of switches going on offensively. They've switched setters and switched back. They've had some injuries happen. So that can tend to affect your hitting percentage when there's no consistency. But Omaha's block and defense is doing a great job of holding Columbus offensively right now.
Brianna Ford attacks out of bounds. And how about this? An early challenge by Coach Angel Perez. And it's only 2-1. Omaha, this is risky, but you got to be confident there was a block touch.
I think they're probably confident. A lot of the players were calling for it. But also, Angel Perez realizes how that last set ended. He's got to stop the momentum of Omaha. So any play that he thinks is miscalled, he's going to be more likely to challenge it because he wants to get that momentum back on their side.
25-21, Omaha in the first. 25-23, Columbus in the second. 25-18 a moment ago. That momentum that Nancy mentioned carrying into this fourth set. And there was a block touch. So point Columbus reversal. Great decision by Coach Perez. 2-1 Columbus.
And as we mentioned about Coach Robson earlier, a lot of times when the team is calling for it, a coach can give them a good feeling of confidence by supporting that and calling the challenge. Whether or not they win it, sometimes it's a micro touch and it won't get reversed. But the coach is showing his players, I believe in you, I trust you. If you say it was a touch, I'm going to challenge it.
Brianna Ford at a UT Arlington. A jump serve nearly results in an ace. What defense. And that tip gets brought up. And an ultimate block. Reagan. Pittman Nelson, the Minnesota Golden Gopher. It's 3-1 Columbus.
And no one in the building is surprised when Pittman Nelson gets blocks because she is such an effective blocker in this league. She's one of the top blockers, but she does such a good job for Columbus at the net. But Omaha, they're just kind of out of sorts that whole rally, trying to get that ball back and find a way to keep it in play.
Leao avoiding Pittman Nelson's big block, fires it wide, and Reagan Pittman Nelson is a force. Even when she doesn't get a touch, she leads the league in blocks.
Absolutely, and that's something a good blocker can do is they affect the balls that come at them, but they can also get in ahead of attackers, where now the attacker is trying to avoid the block and they end up getting points from it.
And she gets another one. And Columbus up 5-1 early here in the fourth, trying to send this to a fifth set. Reagan Pittman Nelson arrived with 60 blocks for the season in 83 sets. And Ford fires that one wide. That's a tough serve.
That is a tough serve. She's coming up the line from left back, and she's hitting on the inside of the ball to curve that ball back to the line and right back for Omaha. That's a really tough angle for that passer who's down the line to get around that and turn it back into the court.
Lush, a rare poor pass on a banjo, the beneficiary. 5-3.
That starts with a good serve on the Omaha side by Janice Leao, but Toyosi on a banjo taking full advantage of it, being ready and immediately pushing it down.
She was the first round pick in 2025 of Omaha. Pittman Nelson gets blocked by Brooke Nunaville. Returns a favor. 3 in a row. 5-4.
And that's the matchup we talked about earlier, that Pittman Nelson is a tall hitter who can jump and go over the block, but Brooke Nunaville are doing such a great job there, going up in front of Pittman Nelson and sealing across the net to take that away.
17 blocks, 3 away from a franchise record-tying 20 blocks. And Terry to the deck. Point Columbus.
And Omaha's been throwing in tips all night like we talked about, but Columbus is also doing that. Raina Terry can hit the ball so hard that when she mixes in those off-speed shots, it can make it difficult for the defense.
On a banjo, the pass and the kill. How tough is that to pass tight to the net and get ready to make yourself available and loading up and attacking.
Especially for a middle, that can be really tough because they're expected to get up into the air so quickly as the setter's touching the ball. So if they passed it, they have to very quickly get into their approach and get up in the air to be available to attack. But Toyosi Onabanjo did such a nice job there of passing it well, taking care of the pass first. Sometimes they get so ahead of themselves thinking about the attack that the pass ends up not being great. She passed a great ball and then got up immediately to attack.
Out-of-system kill for Megan Lush, 7-5, Columbus in the fourth, trying to force a fifth. Parsons Mosier. Another Columbus block, 8-5.
And that's
Ashley Evans.
That's Ashley Evans. They're getting on the block. Ashley Evans is a taller setter. So Brooke Nunneveller was hitting against a shorter setter earlier. Now they have Ashley Evans in there. She's going to be a taller setter, taking up more space as a blocker.
She's 6'1". Audrey Pack, who set earlier, 5'11".
Points Supernovas.
So it's 8-6. Columbus set 4. If we go to a fifth set, Columbus is just 1-5 in 5 setters. Omaha's 3-4. Evans, she telegraphed that one. Nice dig from Ogilvy. Only Londot, no. And a big block by Parsons and Toyosi Onabanjo. That's number 18, 2 away from a franchise record. 18 team blocks, and we're early in the fourth. Lush gets dug. Sarah Parsons. Parsons, another throw to the donut. And hit the floor.
And that's a great job by Sarah Parsons, mixing up speed and location of her attacks. The first ball, she hits hard cross court. The dig comes back on an over dig. This time she throws in the tip. Again, mixing up tempos to keep that defense off balance.
I've never seen a team tip so much. This is really a throw shot. Omaha's had a lot of success with that all night. There's a poor pass by the second setter, Ashley Evans, and Omaha takes a lead. Omaha trailed 5-1, now leads 9-8. Story of this match, Columbus unable to hold leads. They did pull out the second set. Boy, Abby Walker, she's saying GHMTB, get me the ball.
Serving number 13, Evans.
There was no H in that acronym. It should be GMTB.
I was not going to correct you.
Another tip. Have you ever seen this many tips in a match?
Typically, because of the pace of the game, I feel like teams are trying to attack harder. So you don't see many tips thrown in. It's more of a necessity thing, or a once in a while we'll mix in a tip. But Omaha is making a conscious effort to mix the tips in more regularly as part of their offense. And right now it's working for them really well against Columbus.
Block number 19, Mosier gets it. 11-9 Omaha, 14 to go.
Brooke Mosier making a great blocking play there all over that ball.
Ashley Evans peeks, sets behind. Brianna Ford mishit. Easy dig. It's going to be Sarah Parsons. Kaboom! 12-9, 13 left.
And I think on that ball, Brianna Mosier was trying to tip, but she got a hold of more of it than she intended to. And it ended up essentially being a free ball down ball to Emily Londot on the Omaha side.
They're fired up in pink. Omaha up 12-9 here. Set number 4 and up 2-1, trying to make it 3 straight wins and trying to clinch a spot in the forthcoming MLB playoffs to be held in a few weeks in Dallas. Boy, defense has been the story as Columbus, they're getting their money's worth. They are firing away into this block, and right now, Omaha's sitting on 19 blocks, so one away from tying a franchise record. And you can just see it. Columbus is thinking, look, if we lose, we're expected to, and we're out of the playoffs anyway. They're just blasting away into this block.
They are. They're just going all out. They have zero stress or tension on them right now. Like you said, if they lose, that's expected. They're not supposed to win this match. So they don't have the pressure of we have to win, we have to win. But I think Omaha's doing a really good job right now of staying true to what they want to do. They're not wavering in being a solid blocking team, being disciplined, defense filling the holes in the block, because Columbus can run a quick offense as well. And so Omaha's Diggers had to fill holes in the block several times tonight, and they're doing a good job being in good positions for that.
Megan Lush, almost blocked number 20. Hodge, that's number 20. Janice Leao on patrol. It's a team record with their 20th in a match set 2 years ago against San Diego. One more for the all-time record. And Abby Walker gets dug. Sarah Parsons roll shot. Here come the Novas, up 13-9 in the fourth. 2 sets, 1. Great up by Megan Lush. Hodge, that's number 20. 21. That's an all-time franchise record. I've never seen so many tips or so many blocks, nor many fans. This is just uncommon volleyball.
It is, but Omaha's doing a good job on their blocking of just being disciplined. But when you get on a run like this with so many blocks, that's so fun as a player, because you want to play well, but you want to shut down the other team as well. And blocking feels like directly shutting them down. And it's all over Omaha's faces. Like, they're having fun with this.
5 of the 14 points this set for Omaha have been blocks. Janice Leao, no. Jalen Hodge, that tip, no. Parsons tight, can only tip it. Great up by Ryan White, the libero. Here come the Novas, 14-10 leaders in the fourth. Chance for another block. No. Chance for another block. A kill for Columbus. Defense is as fun to watch as offense here with all these blocks.
It is. And there's been some really nice rallies with a lot of recycle plays. We call it recycle when you don't have a great ball to swing at. You don't feel like you can go for the kill, so you play it off the block, intending to have it back on your side to cover and play again. And there have been a lot of great recycle plays tonight.
Rena Terry just 7 kills in this match. She averages 4 per set. Great defense by Omaha and offense. Parsons gives Omaha a 15-11 lead.
Yes, another great tempo set to Parsons. Parsons finding the holes in the block and finding openings on the court.
Overpass, and there's Leao. Net violation against a Supernova. Not sure who. Incredulous, Janice Leao saying, I don't think I was the culprit. 15-12.
We can see the net bobbing. You can see it in this angle. You can see the net bobbing after that play. And a lot of times on an overpass, when it's between two players, if you don't communicate, you both go and you end up hitting each other into the net, which is why communication is so important.
Sarah Parsons, kaboom! 16-12 on a night noteworthy for 21 Omaha Supernovas blocks, but still 9 points to go.
Fuel up for the big game at Speedy Mart on 238th Street in Greenwood. Open 24 hours. We've got the winning lineup, hot coffee, ice cold drinks, and tasty snacks, plus daily specials smoked fresh in our smoker. Need a pit stop? Our bathrooms are the cleanest around, and our friendly staff always makes you feel like part of the home team. Don't get sidelined. Score big on convenience at Speedy Mart, Greenwood.
It's time to focus on your reproductive health. Family Health Services provides non-judgmental, confidential, and affordable care. We answer your questions and support you in making informed decisions for your body. We offer testing, cancer screenings, vasectomies, and pap smears for those 21 and up. Not ready to book an appointment? Stop by any location for free Plan B or menstrual products. No questions asked. Call or visit Family Health Services. We're ready when you are.
21 Omaha blocks. You'll see 4 right here. It's a franchise record, and we're not even in the 5th set. That one finished off Columbus in the 3rd set, and here 2 here in the 4th. Omaha with 5 blocks already in the 4th set. Back to live action. Jalen Hodge off the block and out. Point Columbus 16-13.
That's a nice recovery there by Columbus on an out-of-system play off that serve that touched the top of the net. Reagan Pittman-Nelson kind of stuck a hand out and popped it up, and they were out of system, but Jalen Hodge having a nice swing to find a way.
Brooke Nunaviller guides it to Brooke Mosier. Emily Landot wide. 2 in a row after the media timeout for Columbus.
That ball got hung up inside for Emily Londa, and she was struggling to get to it quickly enough and ends up just hitting a flat missile across the court. She needs that ball pushed further back towards that pin.
Oh, huge service error as Columbus was seizing the momentum. Columbus going with the same players that started except for the setter. Audrey Pack at UCLA replaced by Ashley Evans out of Purdue. And Evans will set back right. Hodge in. Gorgeous shot.
That was a really nice high swing by Jalen Hodge. Seeing the block going high outside hands of that block, which hits it into the seam of the backcourt defense. It's a great spot to attack because there's almost never a defender there.
Raina Terry. Emily Landot, yes! 7 to go.
And Emily Landot finds another great spot to attack. As a right-handed attacker, that cross-body shot, when she hits across her body, sharp angle, that's a difficult angle for the Columbus players to defend.
Merritt Beeson hit negative in the first 2 sets. Landot's played well, hit very positive in the 3rd and 4th. Megan Lush, nice up by Elena Ogilvy. Nunaviller, she gets blocked. Ashley Evans, 6 feet, 1 inch tall. Reagan Pittman-Nelson leads the league in blocks. She's had a big night in that category, 18-16.
I think that was Reagan Pittman-Nelson's 5th block of the night. Not surprising. She's a great blocker, and she's been a good blocker for Columbus all year.
Great pass. Toyosiana Banjo, no. Jalen Hodge, here come the pink-clad Novas. Brooke Nunaviller. Out, no touch. 5-10, pounding it, missing the block touch in a 1-point ball game. Timeout Omaha. Nothing's come with ease here tonight.
No, and in a league like this where the teams are so evenly matched, every match is going to be difficult, and every team comes out each night realizing we have to play well to win, even if we're not expected to win. Like Columbus in this situation, they know they have to play well, and they can play with anybody when they're playing well.
Another huge crowd here tonight. Every home match seems like a record. And this is the 17th largest professional volleyball crowd in domestic history. And the top 20 spots are owned by the Omaha Supernovas. So if you come to a volleyball match here to watch Omaha, you're going to be part of a record-setting crowd. 11,035 here tonight to watch this one with all sorts of playoff ramifications. And they've had a ton of fun. It feels like family night. Fan appreciation night feels like family night. A lot of little kids, not just girls. A lot of little boys running loose.
Yes, and Omaha Supernovas, the organization does such a great job making this an awesome experience for fans, trying to include fans, get them revved up, get them firing the team. But the Omaha community has embraced this professional volleyball team, which has been so fun to see.
Brooke Nunaviller with a key kill.
And there we see that throw tip again. She's not tipping it short and soft over the block because Columbus is now crashing in for that. So she throws it deep and hard, and it actually goes right over Hodge's head, and she can't get her hands up fast enough to play it.
Every Supernova has added that throw kill to their arsenal. Megan Lush still fighting. Any thought that Megan Lush might be retiring after this year, I think is premature.
Yes, I think she's still playing extremely well. Unless there's something she wants to go to do differently, she obviously is able to be playing volleyball. She's playing at a high level.
She's a mom. Sarah Parsons is a mom.
And that's one of the unique parts about having a volleyball league in the United States now, is that women can have children and then come back and play again after having kids, because they're not overseas. You're not stuck in, Japan or in China trying to get your kid to a doctor if they get sick or something like that. Like, there's a sense of comfort for a mom to be in the United States when you have kids, but to be able to do that and still continue playing professional volleyball is such a great opportunity.
Garrett Beeson checks back in. Has 11 service aces for the year, 1 tonight, and Hodge deals it off to dig it out. 1 point ball game. Don't pour the after dinner sherry quite yet. A lot of wood left to chop. London bounces off somebody's coconut. Boom, off the block and out. 4 to go.
And Brooke Mosher doing a really nice job on those plays, both the original play and the transition play, finding Emily Londa, leading her enough that Emily can get that ball in front of her, see the block and the court, but the team covering her on the first ball, which is so important because it gives you a second chance to attack.
The entire night, a huge ace, perfectly timed. Pulls it off the bottom of the deck. 22-19, 3 to go.
And we're sitting on the side of the court, so we can see the trajectory of the ball. That ball came over the net low and just dropped when it got to the passing depth on the court.
Omaha can sense it. 3 points to clinch a playoff berth, their third straight year. Year one, Omaha finished second in the regular season, won the playoffs and the title. Year two, Omaha ran away with the regular season championship, the best record. Had 23 wins last year and through the entire season. And then they lose in a 5-setter in the semifinals. And just getting into the playoffs is a huge accomplishment. Only half of the teams do, 4 out of 8.
That's right. To win through the season in a way to get to the playoffs is a big accomplishment, because there are a lot of matches and teams get tired. They get worn down because it's a lot of matches in just 4 months. But like we talked about earlier, if they can get into the playoffs, it's a whole new ballgame. At that point, anybody can win. And so for Omaha, just getting into the Final Four right now is huge. Once they get there, then they refocus and reset.
3 to go. Perfect pass, Ryan White. Back set. Jalen Hodge, not this time. Who gets this swing? It's going to be Sarah Parsons. And it's a kill. Parsons with all these out-of-system kills here tonight.
She is, and Parsons is getting those kills because she's taking such smart shots. She realizes Columbus has a big, capable block, and she's not hitting down into them. She's not swinging as hard as she can. She's tooling it around the court, finding different shots that are open, hitting to different places on the court. And I think she has 25 points tonight. 4 of those, granted, are blocks. She's got 20 kills on the night.
Let's see if Omaha can get one more block. Not yet. Parsons, another. Great rescue, Ashley Evans. Mondot swipes it off the block and out.
And that can be hard to see from the TV angle, but that was such a great swing by Emily Londot. That ball with Elena Ogilvie trying to pull it out of the net to bump set was very tight. And Emily Londot got her feet there and swung up at the block on that attack.
Now for the win. Not this time. Terry still slugging. Now for the victory. Parsons. Here comes the Fury. Hodge. That's one. 24-20.
And Hodge again working it around the court. We've been seeing her do this all night. She can go down the line and hit an aggressive ball down the line, but she's gone cross court now twice in a row. She's going inside the Omaha block. The right back defender is coming around the ball trying to dig that, and it's skipping off them out of bounds.
Abby Walker's got to get it in. Oh, that might have been wide. For the victory, Leao, and free ball back. Great chance here. Who gets victory swing? Sarah Parsons. Kaboom! On to the playoffs.
And how fitting that Sarah Parsons gets the last swing after the match that she's had. Very fitting to end it with a point for her.
We'll give you her specific stats, but for now we can tell you 14-13 is Omaha's record, sufficient to guarantee at least the 4th and final spot in the upcoming playoffs. Columbus drops to 5-20 this season. But that looked like a lot better than a 5-20 team most of tonight, Nancy.
It did. And Columbus, they've got great attackers. They obviously have very, very good blockers. So their team can piece it together and play really well at times, which makes them dangerous. But I think Omaha did a really nice job, especially blocking tonight. They were really disciplined blocking for most of the plays tonight. Attacking, Sarah Parsons had an amazing night. That was an all-star level night. And the team just rallied around. They played great defense, both on the block and on the floor defense, and that's what propelled them to the win.
Thomas Robson's third straight win, Omaha's third straight win. The new head interim coach is 3-2, and Omaha, a stifling defensive effort, holds Columbus to an under 100 attack percentage. Thomas Robson, 26th birthday, he grew the mustache because the players got a kick out of it. And if it works, don't fix it.
If it works, you keep doing it.
Janice Leao, a big night. We're going to get a chance to speak with the Victoria's head coach on his birthday. There he is. And a chance to speak with one of the players. But a tough night for Columbus, and they are stretching out after this night. It's a long match, and they gave it everything tonight.
They did. Columbus doesn't have anything to have their heads down about for tonight. They played hard. They played well. They made some really great plays.
Boy, Reagan Pittman-Nelson, so fun to watch. Megan Lush. Raina Terry didn't have her biggest night, but it was a team effort by Omaha, led by Sarah Parsons. 25-20, set number 4. Player of the match goes to Sarah Parsons, and we're going to run through some numbers for you as the Supernovas hit for the night 168 because of all the blocks that Columbus had. Columbus in this match had 13 blocks, which was a big number, but Omaha with a franchise record of 21 holds Columbus to an attack percentage of 0.99. When I said they held them to under 100, I meant it. 0.99. Victoria's head coach, we come right back.
Is major.
Women's volleyball isn't the next thing, it's the real thing. This is where the game gets real.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
What is Nebraska? Nebraska is 529 towns. It is 147 cities. It is 382 villages. It is 2 time zones and 3 area codes. It is Cook and Gurley, Palisade and Osmond, Wymore, Sydney, and everywhere in between. Nebraska is what we do. News Channel Nebraska. This is home.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
A record-setting night that propels Omaha to the postseason. Deserves a happy photo. Oh. Novas in 4 tonight. 21 blocks, the highest number in a match. 5 sets, 4 sets, you name it. That's the most blocks they've ever had in a match as a franchise. They're the only original franchise to get to the playoffs all 3 seasons. I mean, this team is just the embodiment of consistency and stability despite a roller coaster season.
It has been a roller coaster season, but I think that just shows that the team has such a good chemistry together. They've been able to stick together and continue pushing towards their goals together through the ups and the downs, which are going to happen in a lot of seasons, but they've found a way to stay together for it.
They had a 5-match win streak. They had a 6-match losing streak. They had a change at the head coaching position. They've had some injuries. Layla Blackwell out for the season. And still, they finish in the top half in the league. They've set all sorts of attendance records yet again. And let's now say hello in our booth to the victorious head coach. He's 3-2. There are not a lot of professional coaches on their 26th birthday who celebrate their 3rd victory and the 3rd in a row. Congratulations, Coach Robson.
Thank you so much. Is this on? Is this good? It's
You're
so
on.
loud in here. No, this is incredible. I mean, we knew they were a good team going into this. We knew it was going to take everything we had. We had to go to our bench, but it took a franchise record, just an MLV record, just to get to the playoffs. So that's just one props to what a great team Columbus is, but this entire league and how it's growing and how the sport of volleyball is growing. It's exciting to watch. It's hard to make it in this top 4, so I'm just so proud of that group.
How did you have so many blocks?
Blocks and digs all week at practice. I have been drilling them with it. Blake's been drilling them. They're always like, well, that was a good dig. And in our book, we're like, no, it's not. And sometimes it is a good dig, and we say no just to make them a little mad. But you got to play through the emotion. And so I think we do a really nice job of replicating that day in and day out of practice.
How about Sarah Parsons? What led to her being so – she had an amazing night. What led to that success tonight for her?
That is Sarah. Like, truly. It's not easy to go out and put this performance together. It's incredibly rare to continue to put this performance together 15 months after having a baby. So I think she's just an inspiration for our team, and our team wants to play for each other. And, you know, we weren't getting the volume of kills that we needed, and Sauce understood that, and she kind of put the team on her back and was like, you know what, this is my time, this is my moment, we're doing this. So it's really cool to see. Couldn't happen to anybody better.
21 kills, and you told us yesterday that you've really added this throw shot to everybody's arsenal on your team, and it just worked, and it worked, and it worked. I've never seen so many tips or throws in one match. Were you surprised that Columbus wasn't able to make an adjustment?
Yes and no. I actually think they did a better job of slowing us down than the previous couple matches we've had. But they're very physical. They're one of the most physical teams. We're a little bit more of an undersized team. So, you know, a couple of our typical throws weren't working, but we stayed at it. We stayed consistent, started getting our middles involved, and that kind of opened things up for our pins a little bit.
Sarah Parsons, 21 kills tonight. In the prior 3 matches against Columbus, 19, 15, and 18 kills. She'd love to play Columbus twice a week.
Pretty much, yeah. They all have their 1 or 2 teams that they can really excel at. This just happens to be hers, and we couldn't have asked for a better night for it, so thankful for that.
Well, congratulations again, and good luck in the Final Four.
Thank
good
you
luck
so
next
much.
week.
Yeah.
Congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's Thomas Robson. He's the head coach, interim head coach for Omaha. Looks like Sarah Parsons might join us here, Nancy. I mean, just look at these numbers against Columbus. So that'll be my first question is how, against the same team, do you get 19 kills, 15 kills, 18 kills, and then 21 kills here tonight? She hits almost 500 here this evening, hitting 452, 4 blocks, 1 service ace. And we're going to miss her tonight, but you've mentioned it, the fact that she was a mom just 15 months ago, and to play so well all season long. Remember, week 1, she was the Major League Volleyball Player of the Week. What was her secret of just in all facets of the game here tonight?
Well, I think a huge part of it is just sticking with it. I mean, week 1, she's Player of the Week. There were matches during the course of the season she didn't even start or see the court, but she never gave up. She stayed with the mission of the team. But I think her experience plays into her success, especially against Columbus. She knows how she matches up. She knows how to find weaknesses, and she exploited that tonight to the huge success for the Supernovas.
So many out-of-system kills for her. That's a sign of wisdom, of a lot of experience.
It is. It is definitely experience. And she played so well to be able to find those kills and have the success she did. And
like
speaking of which,
we're going to get her after all. On again, off again, we got her. Sarah Parsons, congratulations on a record-setting night. The team had 21 blocks. You had 21 kills. Your lowest kill total against this team for the season in a match is 15 kills. Why do you love playing Columbus so much?
I think we match up really well with them. They have some really big hitters and some good blockers, but I think our speed just goes in my favor. I like a fast ball, and I think that's BMO tonight. Brooke did a great job, but in games previous, Sydney did a great job of just like keeping that tempo and letting me score.
What do you think for you matches up specifically, personally, so well against Columbus? Because like you said, they do have a big block, but you seem to have success. What are you seeing, or what do you feel is different?
Honestly, tonight I think our middles did such a great job of holding the block, and so there was just space and cross, and I like my cross court, and so I just saw a lot of space there, and it's like a tip. I could hit long, I could do a lot, and so credit to them for giving me that space. And then again, like I said, our tempo, I think, keeps their middles a little bit scrambling versus like really closed, big in front of me.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be heading to the playoffs, no matter what happens in your match against Dallas next Friday?
So good, and especially to do it at home. We've had kind of a rougher season at home this year, and so to finish in that way really feels good, and so I'm really grateful.
Sarah Parsons, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Sarah.
Thanks so much.
For this season, the Supernovas finished 5-9 at home, and they are 9-4 on the road, and they finish up next Friday night on the road. And Nancy, final thoughts?
I'm impressed with the Supernovas with how well they played block and defense tonight. That can win matches. They talk about basketball being the defense wins matches. It can be the same in volleyball. You obviously have to score, but their defense is winning the match tonight, I think.
Fan appreciation night, and everyone appreciates a win. And the Supernovas are headed to the playoffs. Thomas Robson, Sarah Parsons, Brooke Mosier, all of them in pink. The astronaut as well can exult over a third consecutive postseason appearance for Omaha. For Nancy, the whole crew, I'm John Baylor. Good night, Nebraska.